Hey, good morning, good morning. Not sure who we got here with us, but thanks for jumping in. Do a little impromptu thing for a few minutes. And it's Paul Gale. What's up? Good morning, Paul. How's things going with your build, man? Did you get that together? I saw something, not quite sure where you're at. It was a text about you got it on the bike, you had it fitted, and then you're rebuilding another engine. So you work on your Minarelli. I hope everything's going well, no matter if you're able to ride. That's the biggest thing. I'm going to be off the bike for some time from the look of it. So I got some stuff here to piece together. Trying to figure this out. I just actually kind of why I wanted to come on here was I don't know if anybody else is even using this frame or if they're still available. But there's some huge differences as far as the size of the bike itself and some of the components to it. So I just wanted to kind of maybe talk about that for a little bit. Okay, fix the blown in cigarette and build them. Yeah. All right, I'll take a look. To be honest, Paul, sometimes I can find stuff in those feeds and not. I try to keep, a lot of regulars and some other good channels on the all notifications. So if you post up a short or a video, I should be able to find it. And then I get sucked into that rabbit hole where I'm just scrolling through shit and I'm like, yeah. So, but yeah, man. But good to see you. Cool, and I'm glad it's going all right for you. This is my what do you call it? Debacle. My nemesis at the time. Let's see here. So yeah, let me just show you a couple of huge differences here if I can. And I may have done this the other day, so if I did and you were watching, I do apologize, but it's worth noting. So if we're going from our seat post to the neck of the bike here on the back side of it, that measures out to 23 inches on the felt. I didn't do the bottom to the crossbar, but if I go off the bottom to there, I mean, and that's on a straight line and not with the curvature of the framing, but we're at about 26 inches. So it was 23, was it? Yeah, 23 and 26 up top. This frame right here, from the seat post to the neck, 25 inches. Let's see what we got down below. About 26, about the same there. So this is a bigger tank, I guess I'm gonna say, or that the forks, the neck themselves might be in a different position. We could try to get a protractor on there and get a rough estimate of the angle just to, so let's see, let me figure out how can we do this even. So what we're looking for is this right here. I need something to be, I try to eyeball a straight line. Let's see if I'll even do that, but okay, let's see. So I'm gonna say that's at like ooh, it might be maybe 7 or 10, something like that. A pitch, 7 or 10 degree pitch, and I might be wrong, but this one here, it's a lot straighter up. I'm guessing, and this might not be accurate, but just trying to eyeball this for you guys. I want to say that's probably like a 2 or 3 degree angle pitch. So I don't know. Again, like I said, I've been having problems with engine mounting, either the rear engine mount braking, front engine mount braking. I know I've put engines on there that they've been balanced out, so there shouldn't have been a problem. And for whatever reason, it's been an issue. So anyway, just some weird differences. And then that guy's bike frame's completely different too. I want to say that one is like 24, where that one was 23, and that one's 25 or whatever. Or maybe that one was even longer. Maybe that one was 26. So they're all the frames are different though. But what I wanted to, let's get down to this over here. As Jared D would say, let's get to it. Or how he does it. Let's get down to it. So I took this out of the Felt Faker Bumblebee. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed some text here. It says, still waiting on raw bottom, and it's been a month now, losing faith. Like I said, man, I've got stuff here, Paul. You know, again, being somebody that gets a very small stipend for my head injuries years back and other issues, I have a little bit to get by, but I haven't been working, you know, for months because of my hand and being broken and having the mini stroke. So if it's a bottom end you need, I mean, I'll send you a whole whatever, just pay the shipping, whatever it is, 30, 40, 50 bucks. You know, even if it's 60 bucks, you're still not paying as much as you would for an engine. So we can definitely find out. I can look into it. If you know already, talking to Raul or something, feel free to get in touch, bro. Not a problem. Let's see here. So yeah, the bearings on these, this was 118 millimeter, and that's measuring end to end. I think, was it 60 millimeters or it's 40 millimeter tape or whatever it is. So you can see the difference. When I first got the Felt Faker, I think people told me to go with like 110 millimeter, and I bought it, and it wasn't right. I didn't have enough clearance on the engine, so I had to get this out more. Just those few millimeters, the crank wasn't hitting the engine. So that's what I used. So if you're going to be building a Felt Faker, I would say safely 118 millimeter, probably 120 millimeter wouldn't hurt you. You can go a little wider if you needed to. I'm saying maybe another 5 millimeters or something. Point being is the threads are going to start sticking out, and you want to have a pretty good purchase. So anyway, and then I know, well, with these, I don't know. I think you can get pedal extenders or something on some of these, but so anyhow, we put this on here and then measured from there to there. It's another 51 and change. So the 118 plus 50, 168 plus 169. So call it 170 to be safe. So, again, this is the same size though, the diameter. I think that's pretty much standard. I don't remember what it is, if it's 40 or 60 or something. But let me see here. Bear with me. Yeah, I can't even remember. I'm measuring it and it's not coming up what I'm thinking it is. It says on here, I want to say that says, I don't have my glasses on and I know the camera's fuzzy. I believe it says 66. It may say 68, but I do have a code also. It says TV. Let me get my glasses. I guess this is for posterity's sake anyhow. Trying to share the information so somebody, if they're looking for it, and they don't have the opportunity to go into a forum or some Discord or whatever and beg a bunch of little kids for information. Glasses. All right. Anyway, good morning, good morning. I'm not sure who else has joined us. Thanks for being here. Just trying to get some information out to fellow builders and maybe somebody down the road if they need help. All right, let's look at this again, Paul, and whoever else is here. It says it's 68 millimeter TV. I don't know, it's TV. I want to say it says TV 88 or TV 89A1. So that would give you a starting point. I remember this being Shimano, if I'm not mistaken, but it had some, it was rubbing on the bottom of the case the way it set in. So that's unfortunately where that information went. So anyhow, but again, that's for Felt Faker. What we have here is the MZ Miami gas bike. And again, the measurement and the difference, we put the vernier calipers on here, the 118 millimeter plus 50, what I say was 51 and change. So we're at 170 millimeters roughly. So even if you could find one, if you got one that's 170, you could go 172. It's not really, like, again, you know, if you got one or two threads showing on the side, no big deal. I'm liking that though, that's so much wider. That puts the crank way out here. You could really put a heavier engine on there. So let's see here. James Hilligus is with us this morning. Nice to see you, James. Good morning, Roger. How is the world treating you, my friend? Hey, man, God got me up this morning. I thank Jesus and my lucky stars, you know what I mean? Above ground and vertical. Can't complain. You got my health, so thank you for asking. I hope things are going really well for you too, James. I can't remember where you're at, if you're here in the States or somewhere else, but yeah, man, I hope you're having a blessed day wherever you're hailing from. Okay, I like the way they look, but don't trust it. Oh, wait a second. I don't trust those China frames, butter aluminum. Yeah, I mean, this is an older one, Paul. I can't give you the exact. Bikeberry sold something similar to this for a while that had the engine mount on it. I'm pretty sure their frame was completely different than this, though. Again, some of the stuff we're talking about, the difference in the size of the tank or the length up to the neck on the bike and the angle of it as well. Back here, you can see also that's in the dropout, and this is the other side. So we're looking at either maybe a 3-inch wheel with a longer axle and some spacing adapters, or maybe even a 4-inch wheel on the back of this bike. So completely different than a felt faker, or completely different than a gas bike. That's going to be custom no matter what. I don't know if I'm going to go through Gemini, or maybe try to just buy a fat moto and see if it'll fit. And then if it doesn't, go through Gemini, or go to a local bike store. And there's one I use down here in Newport, Rhode Island, and there's another one in Westerly, Rhode Island. 10-speed spokes and Remy's. But we've also got longtime friend and supporter of the channel, Berserker Nick. And yeah, I might get something through their bike shop. Walker's Bike Shop out in Fort Dodge outside of Des Moines, Iowa. So several options. It's just oh, yeah, let's see here. I'm in upstate myself, and okay, upstate. Okay, upstate. I'm assuming you're saying New York. I'm glad to hear you're. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping in too. I really appreciate that. Like I said, just a little quick thing. Probably not gonna be on here long, but just wanted to bring some stuff up. Hopefully the video gets some views when it goes through the processing, and then I'll try to post it in like my playlist for, engine building, bike building. I think I'm gonna start another one and do the frame stuff, and it kind of measure it out, give people some ideas, basic specifications on where to start to help them on their build. Again, like I said, when I built my felt faker, I think somebody told me 110 millimeter square taper to get in there, whatever it is, to 66, 68. They might even call them 40 for some reason. I got that number keeps coming up in my head. I don't know why. Could be my brain injury, or just old fart not remembering things as clearly. But so yeah, the 110, it will fit in there. But what happens is then your pedals are smacking the engine. You don't have enough clearance. So that 118 gave me just 4 millimeters on either side, and that pushed me out over the case. It's a tight fit. But yeah, so, and again, like I said, just measuring this out. The gas bikes have a completely different setup. You can see here, I can get 3 fingers in there, right? That's what she said. So this one, I can barely get 2 fingers in. So you can see the difference. What that is for the old style crank pedal though. It's a different assembly. So every one of them is kind of, they're the same but different. So there's just these little things that you have to, nuances and such, that you have to know kind of ahead of time. I mean, and I'm sure you can just go out and get the kit from Bike Berry or whatever and just slap it all together. What I know, if you go back in my videos several years back, oh, excuse me, I ended up buying one just to see what it would be. This is what I got. The frames that came, or the forks that came with it, were bent. They were no good. They were built wrong. This bike itself, I don't know if you can quite tell here, but this is sideways. One of these is longer than the other side. That's like 17 and a half. Oh, it's like 17 and a half versus 18, and it's way out. So the dropouts in the back, when you put the axle in, the bike tire's sideways when you're all the way up, so you have to move one side out and leave it. It was just a mess. That's what I got from from Bikeberry. So I said I'd put up I said, hey, Bikeberry honest review. I don't know if I know other people have said they've done better with them, but garbage. If you ask me, I go to them if I absolutely have to. No, 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 no. She's just a wonderful person I met online just talking. She's down in central Pennsylvania, and I just wanted to thank her. You know, kind of like some people like that are on the channel. They'll get my email, that ask for a phone. Yeah, great. They'll call and talk to them for a half hour, an hour, or we'll keep on talking over the years, and even if it's just by email or whatever. So, yeah, ended up speaking with her the other day. I don't know, gosh, maybe hour and a half. So just wanted to get, hey, thank you. Hopefully, she'll appreciate it as well. But, yeah, she's a peach, man. About, what was it? Bit younger than me, maybe 15 years younger than me, but can't blame a guy for trying. So anyway, but anyhow, guys, listen, the battery's dying on this. Thanks for jumping in here, fellas. Really do appreciate yous. And my rule's always been as long as she's older than my daughter. But Miss Jane's on her way over here anyhow, so my sugar mama, she's got 10 years on me. I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for her. That girl's made me grow up so much. But anyhow, yeah, everybody out there, yeah, definitely have a great day. Battery's dead. Just wanted to share those few facts. Like I said, I'll try to start a new playlist here, and we'll get some more dynamics in there. So if you guys are looking at building one of these inline tank bikes down the road, you'll be able to do that with a little more ease, hopefully. But in the meantime, obviously that's going to take some time. My buddy's down at Westerly, his father just passed. But in the next few days, he's coming up and he's got a frame for me. I'm probably going to give him one of these frames here that I'm not using. And, hey, Mike Miller is just chiming in too. Yeah, just the phone's about to die here, Mike. I'm not sure if you've been listening in the whole time, but yeah, you have a great day too. Just wrapping it up. But so, yeah, I'll have another frame, not inline, but just a regular. So it's just I can't remember what the heck it is. If I want to say Huffy, but I don't believe it was. Whatever it was, though, it was an aluminum frame. It almost looked like if you guys, okay, so you know the name Felt Faker, but there's just a felt frame, I think it is, and it doesn't have the gas tank, but the upper bar is mad thick, dude. And so it's a similar style body type. And I'm going to try to get an engine on there just so I have something to kick around in on the meantime. And so, yeah, looking forward to that. But again, like I said, might be a few days. His father just passed a couple nights ago. He had to pull the plug, and they're having some real problems emotionally as a family because of the way the will went and stuff. And oh, that's their business, whatever. But I'm waiting on it. I can't wait to try to get it together. We definitely got plenty of tires and already got setups. We got one there with a 44 and another one over there with a 32 and whatever else, 38, 36. So we'll be able to slap it together pretty easily. Just take whatever tires are on it, and then we'll do something with those later. Have the extra rims or rubber if we need it. And yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry I missed the chat there. Yeah, Mike, it's a really nice looking bike. One of his neighbors down there in Westerly's kind of a weird town. everybody has their little niche or however you say it, and in city to city, and they allow bicycles to ride with traffic in town, all around town. Um, Bikes literally have the same right of way as a car, and so yeah, a lot of people come into town there on their bikes from the beach and stuff, and but he gets to ride with traffic just like just like nothing, instead of having to ride on the side of the road or whatever else. So, but it's kind of a cool place. But yeah, his neighbor anyhow. I said all that to tell you, his neighbor got a new bike or didn't want the bike, whatever. Been sitting, gave it to him, and he's taking the engine off to put it on a bike for his girlfriend that they already have. So I'll have that here shortly. In the meantime, uh, what I probably will end up doing, the bolts broke out of that the other day, and the spacer came out. So I got to take the cylinder and the head off of that and the piston off of that and swap it out. I was building this. I have it all set right here, actually. I just needed to do a little bit of port work. It's got the wrong piston in it. Instead of an A, it's a B or whatever, and then we put the spacer in. So it's like a shorter rod, and then the high hole piston or whatever brings it to the top. But since we used the other one, I can't, what I'm trying to say. I can't explain it right now. I'm still waking up. But, so yeah, basically this is looking pretty good. I was just going to open the exhaust just a tiny little bit. Don't have a lot of blowdown area there when the ports are coming open. So, I mean, that's probably 10% if I had to guess. I just wanted to get it to like opening more like that at around 14 to 17. Nothing super huge. I don't want to go all the way down 22, 25. But yeah, big transfers and stuff. So, but anyway, that's my dilemma in the meantime. I got to get an engine ready to go on here if possible. I really want to get the 110 set up with the 97 and get that on there somehow. That may be what goes on that bike. Again, like I said, in the meantime, I'm just going to try to get something going so I swap it out, put it on a frame, and then, but yeah, Paul, literally, if you're still there, I mean, here's a case here, ready to go. Yeah, nothing snapped off in there. Oh, what do we call on here? Oh, you son of a biscuit. Sorry. So yeah, here's another one here. Another one here. Here's two halves. You can put it together yourself and put whatever crank you want in it. I got. Here's one here. Here's one here. Clutches if you need them. Here's another one. I could definitely help you out. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with Raul and why he didn't send you whatever he said he was going to. But please do reach out. Again, anybody else out there that's really struggling. I'm not rich or anything. I've been blessed by God and collected a lot of stuff over the years. But I got a lot of stuff sitting around and I can't use it all. So if I can help somebody and you're down on your luck, truly need it, man, just hit me up, and all I ask is pay for the postage, man. I don't have the money for postage. That's how poor I am. I would send it to you. But, again, like I said earlier, Paul, if it's 50, 60 bucks, 40 bucks, whatever, to get it to you in Canada, it's still cheaper than buying an engine. If you got the rest of whatever you need there, just swap it out, fix it up, put it together. So, all right, guys. Hey, thanks again for being here, everybody. Really do appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful day. And till we see you next time, be well, harm none, Godspeed. Oh, Woody Mac was just here too. I'm sorry I missed it. Woody, we're just ending the show. My battery's dead. I was putting some information up on felt faker frame size dimensions, gas bike size frame dimensions, MZ Miami bike frame dimensions. So if you want to go back through, if you need any help with that, there's some measurements in there. And also, I'll be putting it up in a playlist soon. I'll try to make some little videos and stick it in there as I can. Kind of busy at the moment. Got a lot going on today. But yeah, next few days, just check it out, man. So good to see you. Good to see you, Woody Mac. I'm really sorry, dude. I missed the conversation. And let's see here. Not sure if my bottom got damaged with the bolt. It ate and piston skirt pieces. Well, the best thing to do, Paul, if you can take it apart, if you're not good at that, that's all right. Get yourself a small amount of kerosene. If you got to buy the whole gallon at the store or whatever, if that's how they do it in Canada, I don't know. But I mean, you need about a cup. When I say, a cup, measuring cup, one of these deals here. So something like that, about that much amount, this is 1.5 cups. So I'd get about 1.5 cups. And then you need also 3/4 of a cup of olive oil. And you mix the kerosene and olive oil together. You can actually make diesel fuel out of olive oil, believe it or not, by adding a couple other things. So anyhow, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, you just dump that all in there and let it sit. If you can kind of cap it somehow, shake it around. If you have the bolts out, the studs out of the for the cylinder, just let it sit and rinse for like maybe even a half a day. Shake it up, do it. If you see contaminants in there, you can put it through a strainer, reuse it. However you want to do it. But that's what I'd recommend, rinsing it. And then let's see. What do you think about the Dio reed valve kit that comes with the cylinder and reed valve and carbon Amazon? Damn. My phone is really going to die here, guys. If it bleeps out, hopefully this video doesn't get destroyed. I'll try to answer that. Woody Mac, I really don't know what they got on Amazon. If you want to go into my playlist, go under my favorites. My email is in there. Be happy to, you can send me your phone or whatever, and I can send you mine, shoot you a text, and I can look at it. If you're looking for, I don't know, what is it? Is it for a YD100? It says Dio Reed kit. I mean, the Dio Reed kit, you can get them for 80cc. You can get them for 100cc. I mean, well, you can get an adapter. You can get an adapter that you can fit on even in the 49 or a true 49 or 40 millimeter piston. I've got right here. Here's a YD100 China Rally, and there's your reed valve right there, Dio. So I don't know what you have, or if you have 80cc. Okay, so what you need to do is they sell the adapter, not this piece on the back, but you just bolt it on, and then you put your reed valve on. You should be all set. They run good. A lot of people have bitched over the years that they leak. I mean, I have a video up in my playlist, how to do reed valves, what I've done. And if you follow that, whatever reed valve it is, bro, you should be all right. In fact, I have this on the YD, not the YD, this is the 110. I had this, I was running it on the 110. And the way I had this set up, when I pulled these off of here with the Permatex in and the gaskets and everything, if you go through it slowly and watch the videos in there, I literally was able to peel all this off and put it right back together. And yeah, there's a G2. But I took that off of another setup, took it all apart. I think the only thing I did was, I want to say I put in a little thread lock on the bolts. So I'm not recommending that. I mean, but what I'm saying is, if you take a little time, I know everybody wants to just put it on and go, but if you take a little time, and do just a small amount of work, you should have no trouble. And shout out to Leonard out there in Cali. He sent me a little 40 millimeter piston set up before that had a DO reed valve on. It actually ended up getting stolen. But Woody, with no port timing or anything, just straight stock on a 40 millimeter piston, not even 47, true 49cc, that bike with the DO reed valve would do 47 to 50 miles an hour. Had a little hard of a time going up some bigger hills. I have to pedal with it. But, yeah, man. I recommend them. Either one. If the G2 or G4, whatever we were just saying, the other reed box there, that you're just going to put your little 19 millimeter, 18 millimeter carb on, they run good too. I would say that they're probably more low and mid range. The DO will definitely get you up top. So the biggest problem I think I had with that, if I remember properly, was I thought I had a air leak in the carb somewhere, and I went over it a few times until I realized that it came with the import for a boost port for boost bottle, which I think would be outrageous on there. I probably don't think I would want to run nitrous or anything else. But I had to plug that up, and then once I did that, had no problems. It was over. It was revving like I had a seal gone or something. Once you get down the road and you're driving, the pipes start hitting, and then if you wanted to slow down, try pulling the clutch, it'd stay up. So you have to drop the clutch a couple times, and as you did that, the RPMs would come back down, and then you could hit the brake. But that was about it. So, guys, again, hey, I'd be happy to try to answer any other questions. Or at least give you my best information on it. And hold on a second here. I missed all kind of stuff. Okay, yeah, that's what my kit came with. Same 66 actually. 38 Mustard. I'm just worried about some. I mean, I'd have to see a picture, Woody. I really don't know. The biggest problem I'm thinking you might have, if you're worried about that, let's try to answer this before I shut this down, because I really am running out of battery here. It's gonna be dead in a second. If you can even see in this one. This is a single piece jug. I'm trying to get enough light to get in. Yeah, dude, I got this right here. Why am I struggling with that? Your biggest problem may be, let me get it under the light. I'm just trying to see it myself. Yeah, so Woody, I had to clean this one out. This is a steel sleeve. If you look right behind my finger, I wanted to shape it a certain way, so that got left there. But just make sure that the inside, if you just have a regular, chromoly or Nicosol cylinder, just make sure that you don't have anything in the way, in there. You don't necessarily need to change the shape. And a lot of guys don't understand port work. That's all right. Just a little tiny cleanup. Just make sure you don't have any small little pieces that are jagged sticking up in there or something, that when the piston's going up and down after it heats up, that little piece could pop off and go in there and ruin your engine. So, Eric LaPointe is also here. So glad you stopped in, Eric. Thank you. Um, I like the old Oz Reed for a clean look and compact. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with an Oz Reed. I want to say I got a little, the old JLZ or JZL or whatever it was. It was a company that started bringing those to market a long time ago before CDH and some other guys picked them up and they kind of came more mainstream. But I think I have the little tiny 32 millimeter one or 33 millimeter one laying around here even somewhere. I might have sent it down to DJ Banton in Antigua for a bike there, but damn, Zed's place is here too. Man, everybody's stopping in. I was supposed to shut this down minutes and minutes ago. Like, I'm trying to stay on here to help people out. Guys, the phone is gonna die here real shortly, so if it stops off, you'll know what happened. Hopefully we can still post the video anyhow. JRL, yeah, that sounds right, Paul. Something like that. There was another company too. I can't tell you right now, man. I used to know so much. I just old age and there was another company though. But they also had a little an Oz Reed and very efficient. I want to say it came with carbon pedals instead of fiberglass. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think it also even had little keepers. So you see the difference on this one. If you're looking online and you say, oh, I'm on eBay, this is what I'm gonna buy, or you go to a certain site, I'll try to show you there. You can see that kind of shiny thing there in between over top of those. So, oh, shit, I'll turn it around. So, actually inside, these have two sets. This is a pretty nice job. I got this from, I want to say Scott Fitzpatrick down Go Maxine in Florida there. But this has the up top, has the heavy duty keepers or whatever you want to call flanges. And then down in here, these are fiberglass, but they have a metal keeper as well. So it keeps them really stiff. But this thing bangs, bro. I tell you that. I had no problem with it. So that's something you could look for, though. The difference being that some reed valves may just have the like a G2. Typically, they're not going to have that extra stuff in there. All you're going to have is just the pedals inside of the unit. So there's another different setup. Zed's Place, you have a good day too, brother. Again, Place is keeping it going to bed. Yeah, brother, I saw you were on there live earlier. I gave you a thumbs up. I got too much doing today myself. Appreciate you for being here, everybody else. 42, 36, 32, 28. Oh, okay. Thanks, Eric. I want to say I'm getting younger, but closer to my grave. I mean, I can count it down, right? It's not getting older. Guys, again, thank you. I really do have to wrap it up, though. Please check out the whole video if you want to get some more information on felt fakers, MZ Miami frames, and gas bike frames. We'll put up some more stuff. We'll see you again soon, guys. Like I said, be well, harm none, Godspeed.